what really hit me was that night, when everybody showed up, or the next few days when everyone showed up for the candlelight vigil that we had. And I was blown away because as a council member, I'm also the chair of public safety for the city of Los Angeles. So I see a lot of horrific incidents in the city of Los Angeles, and in fact just came just now from the hospital where a firefighter fell through a roof, and I went to go visit him. What I rarely run across is the type of turnout spontaneously that came out for Jesse. I was blown away. I just couldn't believe how many people came out from so far, all over the place, not just the local community. And it really showed how many lives he's touched and how touched people were that got to know Jesse. He was truly an American hero. I got to talking to his mom, Kim, and really learned a lot about him, got to meet a lot of his friends and family. And I almost felt as if maybe I knew him for a moment, but I didn't. But I certainly knew a lot of the lives and got to meet a lot of people that he touched. You know, we've got a lot of heroes in our community that, you know, he served 2 tours in Afghanistan, and we certainly have a lot of Marines and military that do the same. We've got a lot of firefighters and police officers and others that risk their lives and put everything on the line to protect us and our freedom. But you rarely see where there's that kind of emotion and those many different families that one individual at such a young age touches. It's incredibly remarkable. And I was extremely touched, which is why we wanted also to put a brick in his name. In fact, my father has one down here as well. And so to me it's very special because this is a community that I know Jesse was proud of. And he came back here to finish school, see son, and give back to this community after he's already given his entire life to this country. My gratitude runs deep for that. And it's, I know they say God takes all the good ones at a young age. And Jesse is absolutely the rule to that. In sharing a lot of the stories that his family had shared with me, it's incredibly touching to hear the love that he has had, and that all of us will forever think about. When we think about him, he'll be memorialized forever within our hearts for changing so many lives. I actually went to, I found myself drawn to him for whatever reason. I guess he had this chemistry, this magic, and this sparkle and smile. And I went online, which I rarely ever do, and actually looked him up, went to his Facebook pages, saw that magic. You can see it across, one-dimensional picture over the internet, that 3-dimensional attitude and spirit that really showed through. And I looked a lot through a lot of different photos that he had posted. And then many of you after that ended up posting a lot. And in fact, there was a video of him. I don't know how many of you seen the video online. And his laugh is infectious. It was a sparkle, and it couldn't help but make you laugh and smile when you watched it. And so I was truly touched, and I wanted to do something special for him as well. And I can't thank you all enough for coming out and what it means to his family in particular. And it never gets easier. And that's why it's so important that we continue to reach out to Jesse's family, particularly to his mom, who's really special. And yesterday was the 23rd anniversary of my mom's passing, and she was 50 years old, and I count every single day, and it never gets any easier. And so it's important that you're all here, and I can't thank you enough for that. With that, I'd like to ask Jesse's mom, Kim, if we can give her a special warm welcome, and I'd like to have her say a few words as well.
you, Mitch. I'm not as eloquent as you are, but I'm going to try to make it through this. So I wanted to welcome you all, and it is gratifying to look around and see so many familiar faces and the wonderful people that we call friends. Love has gathered us here today, and it is a powerful thing. It is profound and somewhat of a paradox because it provides no escape. There is gentleness in His presence that softens life's edges, and yet somehow it makes us stronger and braver in this world. Our son was born so long ago, 28 years to be exact, yet it seems like yesterday that I stood in awe before his crib and heard his doctor say, "You've got quite a boy there, Mrs. Wilkes." I could only answer with a nod, for in his very being there I saw the miracle of God. Later in his high chair, in a manner I deplored, I saw that same miracle throw his oatmeal on the floor. Well, I fixed him another different food, for I felt he must be fed. When I turned around again, that bowl was on his head. That's a true story. A few more years rolled along and he didn't spill things anymore, but his dad gave him an electric guitar, and once more I deplored the fact that my son had a taste in loud noise, especially when he played Smoke on the Water over and over and over again. And I question the idea that boys will be boys. I won't forget that September day when he entered senior high, and he had an air of great excitement as he left home with a sigh. He came back that afternoon and gave me some puzzled looks. "Wow," he said, "this school is tough. Take a look at all my books." "The choice is yours," I said. "You can pick the easy way. For what you put in life, you will get out of it someday." He looked up and smiled, and I saw that he lost his gloom. And he said, "I better go look at these," as he headed for his room. How those 3 years flew past. When graduation came, I saw our son Jesse up at last, and our lives would never be the same. I guess I'd known all along what his goal would be. From that time so many years ago when he chose responsibility, he stood in the doorway and put out his strong right hand, and I held back my tears at the uniform he wore to protect our land. I gave him a hug and cried, "Son, why couldn't you wait?" Embracing me, he softly said, "Mom, if we all did, it would be too late. I promise I'll go back to school when I've met my obligations to you, to Dad, my friends, and most of all to my nation. I'll do it all that I can there, for I know you'll be trying to make everyone you know aware that we have to keep our flag flying." And then I straightened up with a smile to hide a tear and said, "I'm so proud of you, but I will feel lost without you here." I watched our son grow from his time as a Marine, and when he returned from his duty, he did find and finish his schooling. Someday you'll know what this moment means when your boy shakes your hand and you watch as he walks away that incredible day and he becomes a man. I think Jesse would be surprised if he saw so many people gathered here today to honor him. Jesse was a simple man. I don't think it would occur to him how much he's missed by so many. They say you can't pick your family, but I would have to say, and I'm sure you would agree, that you would pick Jesse. The very fact that so many of you are here says much more about him than mere words. We can all carry on Jesse's memory by remembering to appreciate his dry sense of humor, to laugh often, to enjoy the credible beauty around us, to be kind, to be honest, and to learn forgiveness. On behalf of myself and Jesse's family, we thank you all for taking your time to attend this important ceremony, and particularly those who have been instrumental in making this afternoon happen. First off, a big thanks to our councilman, Mitchell Englander, who spearheaded this day and has been a leader in the support of honoring Jesse. Next, I would like to thank John Weinkamp for his work, the councilman, in making this happen. And last but not least, I would like to thank all of Jesse's friends, his many friends, his motorcycle friends, the Silent Natives, Marine Corps friends, his fraternity brothers, as well as his family and friends and loved ones. As some of you may know, we have been formed a foundation on Jesse's behalf called Military on Motorcycle Safety, or M.O.M.S, the Jesse Wilkes Memorial Foundation. There's a table over to the left for additional information, so you can find out about it. For it is said that being without friends is a serious form of poverty. Yesterday brought the beginning, tomorrow brings the end, and somewhere in the middle, we all became friends. Thank you all for being here. God bless.